Okay, we're going to have a look here at assembling our moisture sensor. So here's one that's been completed. So we've got the PCB there, we've got the component side of the PCB and the track side here. We can see the soldering completed there to good standard. The components we're going to be fitting, we've got R1, R2 and R3, which are resistors. We've got an LED, light emitting diode, a transistor and a battery snap. The battery snap has also been added with a little bit of hot glue to provide strain relief or to stop strain on the two solder joints. So that's a completed one. So we're going to start by fitting resistors. We've got the equipment we're going to be used is a soldering iron stand, a sponge which you've already put water on, and a pair of side cutters. So here's our unpopulated PCB, and the first component we're going to fit is R1, which is a resistor. R1 is a 470R resistor, so I've got one here. Now when we fit the resistor, what we do is we take the resistor and we bend the legs through 90 degrees like that. Then we take the resistor, we fit it. They don't have polarity. You can see there that the LED does have polarity, but the resistor doesn't, so it can fit in either way. And we're going to fit the resistor into the PCB, making sure we push it down nice and flat to the circuit board. Then what we're going to do is bend the legs of the resistor out to about 30 degrees, and that means that it's fixed to the circuit board, it can't come out. Then we're taking the soldering iron, going to clean the tip of the soldering iron and tin the tip of the soldering iron. That means just cleaning it and putting a bit of fresh solder on it. Then we're going to put the soldering iron onto the pad, touch on some solder, and onto the second pad and touch on some solder. Those again. Take care not to overheat these circuit boards. If you overheat them, you keep the soldering iron on too long, the tracks can actually delaminate and come off. So once I've fitted that, I can use my side cutters. There's the completed solder joints, you can see there, and I'll use my side cutters to cut off the legs of the component quite close, so we've got nice neat solder joints. Once we've fitted that, we can fit R2. R2 is a 1K resistor, which is brown, black, red. So there's our brown, black, red resistor. Once again, we're going to bend the legs of the resistor through 90 degrees. We're going to check where we fit it onto the circuit board, R2. Pushing it down onto the circuit board. Again, we take our piece of solder, put the soldering iron, the tip of the soldering iron, flat onto the pad and add our solder. Put the tip of the soldering iron onto the pad and add our solder. Side cutters. And last of all, we need to add R3, which is a 1K2 resistor, and that is brown, red, red colour code. And we fit this just like we did the other two. Take care not to add too much solder here, and obviously we need to also take care not to bridge any of the joints where they're close. Take care not to get too much solder, which might form a solder bridge there, which we don't want. So there are our three resistors, R1, R2 and R3.